I love egg custards, I love them. So my aunt, who is an excellent baker, decided to come over and teach me how to make some. Here are the ingredients you will need. Moldings for the custard. You can also use cupcake wrappers if you don't have this. All-purpose flour, butter, eggs, milk or heavy whipping cream, sugar, and finally vanilla sugar. You can also use vanilla extract. First up, we need to make the butter dough. Scoop up 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Next, you'll need 3/4 of a stick of butter. And then mix it all up. Once that's done, lay down a piece of plastic food wrap. You're going to need to put your butter dough onto the plastic food wrap. Seal up your butter dough by folding in the plastic food wrap and then mold it down to make a square. Leave it in your refrigerator. While that's cooling, we will be making the water dough. The water dough helps with the flakiness of the custard. You'll need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 egg yolks. Save the egg white for later. We will be needing it. Add in 1/4 cup of water, then mix it all up. It should look like this. Sprinkle some flour onto your mat, and then lay the dough down and start kneading it. Grab a roller and roll out the dough so that it is flat. Next, grab your butter dough from the refrigerator and lay it down on top of your water dough. Fold your water dough over your butter dough. Make sure that it can cover your butter dough completely. Next, grab some plastic food wrap and lay it down on top, repeating the same steps as before. Place it in your refrigerator to harden, and now we're going to be making the egg filling of the custard. First, crack 3 eggs into a bowl. You'll be needing your egg white from earlier as well. Pour 1 cup of milk or heavy whipped cream. You need 1/2 cup of sugar and 1/2 cup of water. 1 tablespoon of vanilla sugar. Mix it all up. After you thoroughly mixed it, grab a strainer and pour it out. Finally, grab your dough from your refrigerator. Make sure it's a little bit hard and not too squishy. Spread some flour out on the mat, and then take your dough out of the plastic. You can knead the dough down so that it is easier to roll. Roll it out so that it is flat again. Now it's time to make the custard. Grab a small chunk of the dough and roll it out into a small ball. You want to press it down into your custard mold. Make sure you don't put too much or else it's going to be too thick. You can use your other custard molds and press it down to give it shape. Don't do what I did and failed. Continue this process until you made your desired amount of custards. With the amount we had, we made about 23 to 22 custards. Once you've finished, using a fork, you stab holes into your custards. This way, the custard filling can seep into those holes. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Using the mix you made earlier, pour it into the custards. It should be almost full, but not too full that it looks like the custard is drowning. Once you're done filling up the custards, put it into your oven. Let it bake for about 15 to 20 minutes. And finally, it is done. It is okay if it's kind of burnt, but that's what makes it crispy. So here's the taste test.
Taste test.
It kind of broke. Okay, because the crust is crusty. We gotta eat it with a spoon. Oh yeah, scoop it out like that. It crumbled. And that was my first attempt at making egg custards. Thanks to my Aunt Melang for helping us and teaching us how to make this delicious food.